How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the HBI Auto YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a POV drive on the 2015 Ferrari 458 Speciale. So the first thing you're going to notice with the Speciale is that the interior is a little bit different compared to the standard 458. So obviously you still have the carbon fiber wheel, you still have all the carbon fiber bits around the interior, but now you have a lot more Alcantara on the dash. On the regular 458 this is all leather, but on the Speciale this is all Alcantara. Also here on the door cards you have more of that Alcantara, and on the door you have a full carbon fiber door cards, and the door handle is a little bit different than the traditional 458. So for the most part the Speciale is pretty similar to the regular 458 when it comes to like the appearance of the car and the interior, obviously, but as you can see you have all your race stuff, all your switches are still the same. But where this car differentiates from the regular 458 is this car does still have the same 4.5 liter V8 engine, but now it makes 597 horsepower and 398 foot-pounds of torque. Another cool thing about the 458 Speciale is that it's the first mid-engine Ferrari that was ever made that actually has active aero. So this thing around the track is significantly faster than the standard 458. This thing is super light. Like I said, this car doesn't have a lot of interior things that the regular 458 does. It has a lot more exposed carbon fiber, and a lot of weight has been shed compared to the standard car. So you hear a lot more noise coming from the outside. There's a lot more rocks that you can hear coming through the wheel wells and that kind of stuff. Very similar to the 360 Challenge Stradale, but obviously the modern version of it. Turns in this car, comparing it to the standard 458, the suspension tuning and the steering is definitely a lot more refined. It's a lot more sensitive and you're able to feel a lot more of the road. I don't know if that's just because you're able to hear more because of more exposed carbon, or it actually is a lot more different in terms of tuning, but there is definitely a significant difference between the Speciale and the regular 458. So the biggest difference with the Speciale are all the exterior bits. So we're going to go outside right now and show you all the different pieces that this car has that the regular 458 doesn't. All right, so here it is, the beautiful 2015 Ferrari 458 Speciale. So right off the bat, there's a couple things on this exterior that you'll immediately notice that are different than the standard 458. So first of all, you have the painted stripe on all of these Speciales. As you can see here, this isn't vinyl or anything. That's 100% painted from factory. So this specific one is that beautiful Ferrari red with the white and blue stripes. Also, a different thing is the front and rear bumpers on the Speciale are actually a little bit different. You do have the louvered bit right here that has the exposed carbon. This vehicle also has forged wheels, unlike the standard 458 that are just standard alloy. These are forged wheels. Of course, you have your beautiful carbon ceramic brakes with those yellow calipers to accent the red paint on this vehicle. Another thing is you do have the side sill right here that is in carbon fiber that you don't find on the standard 458. And obviously, like I mentioned, this car does have active aero. So as you can see, this little duckbill spoiler that's one piece with the car is actually sitting a little bit higher than standard 458. You'll also notice that there's a lot more carbon fiber on the engine bay of the 458 Speciale. As you can see, that is all carbon fiber. And lastly, like I said, the rear bumper on this vehicle is slightly different than the standard 458. The regular 458 has center tip exhaust, as you can see right here. With the 458 Speciale, it is in a different location than the regular 458. You also have more aggressive diffuser styling on the Speciale, and I'm not sure if this translates through the video, but this car is quite a bit louder than a factory 458. And I'm sure you guys are wanting to hear what this car sounds like, so we're gonna do a couple revs before we hop back on the road. So like I mentioned, this 458 Speciale does make 597 horsepower out of that 4.5 liter V8, and the 597 horsepower is enough to get you from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat, which is super impressive considering this car is a rear-wheel drive platform vehicle. The Speciale also tops out at 202 miles an hour, and while the horsepower numbers are a little bit higher than the regular 458, the torque number does stay the same compared to the regular 458. With the 458 Speciale, you do have a 9,000 RPM red line, and this thing just absolutely screams. Even from the inside, you can hear just how high this motor revs, and it sounds super raw and aggressive. It's probably the best way to explain it, but this is probably one of the best driving Ferraris that money can ever buy. I mean, the price tag of these cars in this market kind of justifies that, just how awesome these cars are. Not to mention they're super hard to find. Coming across one of these 458 Speciales is definitely not as mass produced as the standard 458, so if you ever come across one of these, it's definitely a special car. All right, so that pretty much wraps up today's POV drive of this 2015 Ferrari 458 Speciale. If you guys enjoyed what you're watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and if there's any other videos you'd like to see on the channel, make sure to comment down below and be sure to make that happen. So this vehicle only has 870 miles on it, so if you're interested in purchasing this beautiful 458 Speciale, all the links will be down in the description below for you to get all the information on this fantastic vehicle. With that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.